Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Al Stock Trades. This is going to be a very quick live. Got to get going here. Just wanted to kind of briefly talk about what's been going on with the whole Middle East, some upgrades that we have to the stock terminal, and some really cool data regarding short interest, failures to deliver, and dark pool data regarding Clover Health. Very quickly, as you can see, Clover's kind of doing its thing right now, trading in here. We might get some pullback. Given what's transpired in the Middle East. But ultimately, from my experience, I mean, Oscar's down to 4.57% right now in the pre-market right now. So, we could get a pullback. But the biggest thing in this video is talking about UnitedHealthcare's decision to pull commissions from brokers. We're going to talk about this in this post, which I'm really surprised got 6,000 views. Pretty impressive. All right. So, we're going to be trading in here. And right now, the question is, are we going to retest these bottoms here? It's kind of funny we call these bottoms now, given where we basically came from here, right? So very good from that angle. Another thing I want to talk about is just look at kind of the chart movement of Oscar here, right? It's pretty much about to, you're starting to get a nice cup and handle effect, and the market's starting to take this on here. So very excited for this. Big thing here is UnitedHealthcare's decision to pull commissions from over 100 Medicare Advantage plans is sending a big message. Now, what's going to end up happening is they're thinking that, and again, I'm just going to summarize. I recommend you reading this because there's a lot of good stuff in here. But the big thing here is UnitedHealth. First off, Humana and I believe Aetna pulled commissions from brokers, and ultimately that actually helped Clover Health. In fact, some of them pulled plans, and that ultimately helped Clover Health be able to differentiate itself. Because if you have a broker that ends up, getting paid because of recommending a company like a Medicare Advantage, of course, he's going to choose Clover, right? Because that person needs to eat. What UnitedHealthcare is trying to do is they're trying to eliminate this whole area for brokers, and that's very bad. Interestingly, I think it's just kind of weird because they're thinking that they're establishing a digital store where elderly people can go on it. Well, I'm going to let you know right now, I have a lot of elderly people that have joined the Al Stock Trades lifetime access. Sometimes I have to meet with them in a Zoom call in person, in a Zoom call to help them walk them through how to get access to a Discord, right? I mean, come on, right? So if you really think that elderly people, maybe my generation might be better able to look at plans, but I think if you want to think about boomers right now doing the digital transformation, I don't know about that, right? I think you need the brokers. The brokers really help figure it out. And the cool part is brokers are not really going to have a hard time selling Clover because they have extra benefits. There's extra perks because they have industry leading medical cost ratio. They're allowed to essentially have extra capital to be able to give back to their members. And also now brokers and even doctors now are recommending Clover Health because, hey, if the doctors are making an extra $100 using Clover Assistant, then why not, right? So that's pretty much a summary here. It's pretty bullish in my opinion. And this just goes back to what they're saying, right? You have improving the life of the quality of life of a patient. This reduces cost of care because instead of going to the hospital, they're able to catch them early. Then they have all this extra money they get to reinvest back in the members, and then that's going to help brokers and doctors grow. Essentially more patients come on in, and this is a flywheel model that was created back in I want to say 2015, 2016. This is an older one from Wildcat Venture Partners. And they pretty much saw this, and this is pretty much exactly what's playing out. Risk appetite's turning back on. Usually when it turns back on, we have a pretty good rate of return for the S&P. So I'm excited to see where that is at right now. Again, this is as promised going to be a very quick live. hold on for a sec. All right, yeah, I don't know what happened, but something fell in the kitchen, so that's very odd. Oh, one of the plates. Okay. Anywho, so let me just go ahead. I'll start early. What's going on? How you guys doing? Okay. Yeah, so it's gonna be a very short pre-market live. Nothing too crazy here, okay? Because I got to get to the hospital here. Elderly don't want to choose their plan. I woke up a little earlier today. Okay. All right. So there it is here. Let's this is a pre-recorded video of new upgrades that the stock terminal has. This also will include some Clover Health data that I pulled yesterday. So definitely sit back, relax, and enjoy this. I'm going to go ahead and share the audio here. This is a new release. Let me make sure. Let me know if the audio works. I'm going to just make sure the volume is good. Okay. And I'm going to mute myself and play the video. All right, guys. Hello. Very excited to announce that you guys now have access to a brand new upgrade. So let's, without further ado, let's go ahead and just show this off here. So let's just kind of bring this here. And yeah, so now you guys have access to short volume, so you can see it graphed from a long-term perspective. We got a really good collaboration with Unusual Whales, given that they've they know who we are. They've given us a great deal. Likewise, the TradeMaster OpenBB bot will now be umbrellaed into this specific stock terminal output section, meaning that we're going to conglomerate two bots in one, which is going to be great. But you can see here, back in 2024, when the stock price started going crazy, you can see the shorts were essentially wanting to, short the stock. And you can see short started to rise here, and you see them here, right? So this is definitely some good stuff. Now you're also able to compare stocks side by side. This is the correlation / correlation ticker. So if you do alignment, Clover, Humana, United, you can compare these two, and you can see Clover is outperforming all of them, right? Even alignment healthcare. Now, I know that's hard to believe, but you have to look at it from a year perspective, right? All right, that's what I was trying to say to some folks. Now you can look at dark pool as well, even better, right? So more dark pool data. Likewise, you can look at earnings / earnings for the ticker symbol, and you can see that the EPS now is plus 0.03, so about 3 pennies, which is what we talked about 3 months ago or 2 months ago. And it thinks August 4th, Monday, will be the earnings for Clover. Interestingly, it's pre-market. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know, but again, there it is. You now have access to even more economic calendar stuff. So, June 27th, you can see the core PCE index is there, and it gives you kind of the median forecast, and then the previous. So again, lots of data here, jobless claims, all this other stuff. Okay. You now also have access to options volume. So you can see options have been increasing here. You can see there are more calls than puts. You can see a little put isn't not a lot of red there, right? You can also, this is specifically for this Friday, which shows you, the stock was up, right? The stock market was doing pretty good for Clover, right? Likewise, look at failure to deliver. So you can see, the increase in failure of delivers, meaning that it basically means that short sellers don't have the well, first off, it means that shorts are aggressively trying to suppress the price or hedge against rising momentum, and it really is a sign of potential naked shorting, and it could turn into buying pressure, right? So this is actually pretty good because they don't have the security to bring it back. So ultimately, they can't cover. And you can see the little spike here, and now you're starting to see a spike here. And the last time we got a spike to this level was, I would say, right around the beginning of the year, and then the stock price went close to 5, right? So I think we're kind of pushing ourselves towards that direction. Again, more data, more ability to basically see a story and combine it with your fundamental analysis skills. Because this is the ticker, this is the command here. Okay. Likewise, here's another graph you have access to now. This is short interest volume. This is just again year to date. You can look at it for the year. This is the price of the stock. This is the short shares. You can see, short volume has been pretty high, and ultimately the short volume has increased. It's you can see it went from here all the way here, so it's been shooting up. And the price in yellow, you can see the gray bars and blue bars have been increasing, and the price has been decreasing, and the short shares have been increasing. So you can kind of basically see a pattern here. Likewise, you can look at the volume expire strike. This is specifically for this Friday. You can see a lot of it was hovered around around $3. but you can see ultimately where people are thinking the stock can go. You go change the dates. This is the highest volume. It's actually interesting. So you could see, in June we're near $3, $3.50, $3. But watch, as soon as you get to like August, which is when near earnings, you go to $4.50, right? And if you go longer, you're near $5. Obviously, it's just going to get bigger and bigger, and you can see the bullish score here. Okay, so ultimately, guys, definitely a lot of cool stuff here. Let's look at one. Let's look at failure to delivers. So to access this, all you have to do is / click on any one of these, but you click on this, and here are all the commands that you have access to. Literally tons of commands. This soon will now be injected into here, so it'll make things easier. But let's just kind of show you how to do it. So let's say short. So we'll just say / short failures. We'll type in CLOV, and then we'll hit the tab button. And we'll say a year. You do this, and instantaneously you get this beautiful graph. And then you can obviously click the buttons here, but you can see when the stock price started going up near September, October, when this price is around $3, you could see that there was a lot of failures to deliver, and that led us to essentially get to 450 in the next few months because unfortunately a lot of shorts bid off more than they can handle. And then if you want to zoom in a little better, year to date, automatically update. You can see now we're increasing here. In fact, you could go into a month to see what's going on from a month perspective, and you can see we have a change in cycle right now. They're actively trying to suppress the stock. And again, if you don't believe there's manipulation out there, here's the data. And if you don't believe there's manipulation after this, well, think of Bank of America. Look at their SEC 13F filings. They're buying back the stock for Clover Health, but they're not basically on the earnings call. In fact, they're quiet. They haven't even issued a price target because they're still loading the boat, right? So let's go and look at the week, and let's see if there's anything here. Again, big, just kind of big things going on. And again, this doesn't really update. Updates monthly. So next month we're going to hear June's month. Yeah. So anyhow, likewise, if you scroll down here, you have the stock terminal auto now. So now you're going to get a whole bunch of news. This is some good news. You can see, Iran foreign minister holds talk with Putin. These are all things, right? The biggest damage to Iran nuclear site took place below the ground level. These are just straight up news that comes online. Here's president news. This is just news specific to Donald Trump as he's the president. So if you want to follow up on what the hell's going on, this will be a great place. You're going to see market updates, trading states, ticker updates, high volume contracts, upcoming dividends, Congress trades. Again, you have access to Congress trades on this new bot you have access to. Again, all included with your lifetime and whatnot. So all this is going to be filled tomorrow. So there it is, guys. That's all I have for you. Appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it right there. So this was a pre-recorded video, but let's to kind of show you here. Let's share this tab instead. So now you see this. You can see if you look at the analyst ratings, you can ultimately see how these look like. You could see kind of the price target of what they said, the current, and now you get price targets and current. So you can see kind of what analysts are. Whenever there's a price target in the system, you'll be able to hear it. So this is very big stuff. The reason why you say I'm on crack is because, well, maybe I am. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's because I put the video at 1.5 times the speed, so it's reading fast. So you're probably like, holy crap, this guy's saying it fast. So my apologies there. But yeah, that was a pre-recorded video. But as you can see, the platform is getting better. We keep involving and bringing on new data, and now you've seen in terms of the stock literally trying to be suppressed, and especially this month, which is why the stock price has dropped. So, and that's the shorting of the ETFs, and you'll be able to find that synonymously with a bunch of other ETFs that are in the small cap sector and beyond. That's it, guys. That's all I have for you. You may have to replay this video a couple times because that kind of went pretty fast, but appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the next one.